Hi kids! Hello boys! Hello Fabrice! Hello Luis! Hello Raphael! How are you doing today? Now, we have arrived to Friday. Yes, it is. It is the last day of this week that you'll be studying and doing some sort of work. So I'm very happy that we are here. I'm really excited about this new learning that we're going to be doing, and all the activities that we have for today are going to be a lot of fun. You're about to see that. So I hope that you boys are staying safe. I hope that Luis and Fabrice and Raphael are all staying put in their houses and washing their hands and having fun, because that's what we are going to do now, okay? Now, for today's Friday class, we have a couple of classes. Now, one of them is English. That's where you are right this second. This is the first video of our English class. Now, as you can probably guess from my background, and you can also see that because this worksheet is attached to the email that you received when you got the link to this video. Well, we're going to work on rhyming. Now, you might wonder, what is rhyming? What does that even mean? It's a very difficult word to spell, miss. It's R-H-Y-M-I-N-G, rhyming. Now, a rhyme is when two sounds are very similar. Now, it's not really related to homophones, because in homophones you have the exact same sound. In rhymes, you have like a pattern that repeats itself. So let's read here. You have this. This is part of our workbook that we have, and I scanned it for us. It says, sometimes rhyming words contain the same letter patterns. Sometimes rhyming words sound alike but have different letter patterns. So we have different ways of rhyming words, okay? What are we going to see? Well, I've prepared this short explanation and a lot of worksheets because it's so much fun to work with rhymes, you guys. There are many professions that do rhyming. For example, singers. When you hear a song, it's very common that the last few words of a song have rhyming words. Sounds that are quite similar, or they follow a pattern. It also happens in poetry. Oh, means I don't like poetry, but there's some poetry that's really fun. I'm going to show you some of the phone poetry in a later video. For now, let's just understand the concept. Let's look here at this girl. She is holding a knife and a fork. A fork and a knife. Sorry, I pointed it the other way around, but you get the picture, right? You know what a knife is and a fork is, of course. Now, she has a little empty plate, and you can see this thought bubble. It says, I wish I had a fish in a dish. Ta-da! That is a rhyme. The words wish, fish, and dish don't have the meaning that is the same at all. And they're not really spelled exactly the same, because wish, W-I-S-H, fish, F-I-S-H, dish, D-I-S-H. But I am repeating 3 letters in this. This is called a same letter pattern. I-S-H is the thing that they all have in common. Wish, fish, dish. I'm going to scroll down over here, and you have a little boy who looks worried, and this dog that looks really happy, actually. Now the dog is holding something in its mouth, and the boy's thought bubble is over here. Don't chew on my best blue shoe. Now, are they exactly the same sound? No. This is the other type of rhyme where it's not even one word, it's 2 words that sort of follow the same idea, but they're not exactly the same sound pattern. The word blue isn't written E-W, and shoe either. But if you find the common denominator, the same sound that they all have in common, don't chew on my blue shoe. So it would be the N sound that I'm worried about, the one that I'm concerned about in this pattern. Now, it's not exactly identical, but it is very similar, and that's why it makes us laugh when we're out there and we're talking and we're making rhymes. Rappers, by the way, also do that. It's a form of singing. I'm not sure you've heard of it. Now, let's go and practice a little bit. You're going to receive this worksheet, but I want us to start doing the first few exercises together. Now you see this giraffe over here. It's maybe freaking out. There's a little tiny little mouse. I don't know, I'm going to zoom in on it so that you can see it better. And can you see it? Okay, so we have over here a little mouse and the giraffe. One of them is freaking out. Or maybe they're both freaking out. Like, oh, okay. So here it says, copy the lists and matching the rhyming words using lines. So I know that you guys don't have your notebooks, but I'm sure you have maybe a notebook lying around or some pieces of paper where you can actually do this worksheet looking at it from your computer or your tablet. So we have in number 1, 2 columns. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. We're going to begin by reading the ones on the left. So you can read along with me. Sway, fly, drive, small, tree. And on the right side, we have 5, tall, tray, see, cry. Now remember, rhyming words are ones that have the same pattern of sound, not exactly the spelling. Don't be fooled by the spelling. Okay, so sway. Does it sound like 5? Sway, 5. Sway, tall. Sway, tray. Wait a minute. Sway, tray have the same A sound, so I can match sway and tray. With fly. Fly, 5, fly, tall, fly, tray, fly, see, fly, cry. Fly matches cry. You guessed it absolutely right. Let's move on to the third word on the left. Drive sounds a lot like 5. Drive, 5. Okay, let's do another one. Small goes with, you guessed it, small with tall. The mouse is small, but the giraffe is tall. You see there, I made 2 sentences where my last word matches the last word of the other one. So the mouse is small, sentence number 1. The giraffe is tall, sentence number 2. I can make poetry about that, because in poetry we find rhymes a lot. It's not the only rule when we write poetry, but for example, when I write poetry, I love to make rhyming words. I'll write you a poem one of these days. Okay, now tree matches see. I see a tree, for example. Okay, I am going to leave you exercise number 2 to do the exact same thing, and then an exercise below it where it says more to think about. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller here. Wait, okay. Copy out and match each word in set A, which is above here, with its rhyming word in set B, which is below here. So, we have learn, boot, chalk, take, plane, purse, hate, store, boat, sneeze. And we have squawk, wrote, please, burn, straight, break, verse, raw, cane, suit. This one might be a little bit harder for you to do, so I want you to think about it. If you put them in columns in right and left, it's going to be pretty similar how to do it. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Boot matches suit. for example. Sneeze matches please, for example. So please sneeze into your elbow is what we're all saying now because we want you guys to stay safe. Okay, in the next exercise in this worksheet, you have a set of grouped words. So number A, you have cart, start, wart, and dart. One of those words doesn't match really the sound. So in cart, start, wart, and dart, the word wart doesn't match. Then you have letter B, moth, both, cloth, broth. So moth, cloth, and broth all sound the same, but both doesn't. You get the idea. You can ask me any question that you like. These exercises are a little bit difficult. We're practicing our pronunciation. That's why pronunciation is so important. Now I'll see you again for video number 2 on the rhymes.